Hello, my name is Mary, and I'm the teacher of English in Central-Asian Innovative University. Video is going to be overall a basic punctuation video. This video is going to talk about 13 basic punctuation rules that you need to know to get started writing in English. So let's get started. Rule number 1. Every declarative sentence must end with a period or a full stop. For example, she loves chocolate, period. He is my best friend, period. My dad wants to go to a restaurant for dinner, period. We have a meeting in 2 hours, period. So for every declarative sentence or statement, we must end it with period or full stop. Rule number 2. Capitalize the first letter of a sentence. Examples. She loves chocolate. So you can say we have to capitalize she. He is my best friend. My dad wants to go to a restaurant for dinner. We have meeting in 2 hours. So always capitalize the first letter of a sentence. When the sentence ends with a question mark or a period or an exclamation mark, you would leave a space, one space, and begin the next sentence with a capital letter. For example, she loves chocolate. He loves pizza. We have to capitalize he and leave a space between the period or full stop and the next sentence. Rule number 3. Capitalize proper nouns. So what is a proper noun? A proper noun is a specific name for a common noun. So for example, a common noun would be boy, but a proper noun would be David. For example, David, a name of a boy. At the beginning of a sentence, we can capitalize the word boy. Day is a common noun, but Friday is a proper noun because it is a name of a day. We can capitalize it. Months is a common noun. July is a proper noun. Country is a common noun. Canada is a proper noun. City is a common noun. New York, proper noun. Ocean, common noun. Atlantic Ocean, proper noun. Okay, so for example, he is a boy. His name is David. We'd capitalize David because it's a name, it's a proper noun. The best day of week is Friday. So you can see day is a common noun, it's not capitalized, but Friday is a proper noun, so it is capitalized. My favorite month is July. Rule number 4. Do not use an apostrophe to form a plural. Examples. This is incorrect. They have 2 cars. A lot of people make the mistake of adding an apostrophe to try to make this plural. Another incorrect example is I love cats and dogs. Both of these are incorrect. Correct would be they have 2 cars. We just add the s at the end to make it plural. I love cats and dogs. Rule number 5. Apostrophes are used for contractions or to show possession. So for example, I don't know is a contraction. Don't is a contraction for do not. We can merge these 2 words together and add an apostrophe to make it don't. You're funny. Your is a construction for you are. We use an apostrophe to make contraction. He is in a bad mood. His is a contraction for he is. We also use apostrophes to show possession. For example, Jack's new car is beautiful. Jack's new car means car belongs to Jack. When we put an apostrophe s, it means that the object belongs to this person here, to the subject. My teacher's wife is really nice. Wife is of the teacher, his wife. Rule number 6. Every question or interrogative sentence must end with question mark. So if you're asking a question, you have to end it with a question mark. Examples: do you like pizza? Question mark. Are you tired? Question mark. Should we go to the cinema tonight? All of these are interrogative sentences or questions and must end with a question mark. Rule number 7. Use an exclamation mark at the end of a sentence to express excitement, strong emotion, or a sense of urgency. For example, this is an exclamation mark. You look beautiful. When we add an exclamation mark, we're expressing an excitement. Wow, you look beautiful. If you end the sentence with just period, it will be more like you look beautiful. But when we add an exclamation mark, it's showing excitement. I'm so excited. That was a terrible choice. So we can use an exclamation mark to show happiness and excitement, but also we can use it when you are angry. That was a terrible choice. Be careful or watch out. That is a sense of urgency. We often use exclamation marks in imperative sentences or commands. If a teacher says to a student, sit down, for example, you may use an exclamation mark. For all of this, we could also use a period, but when we use an exclamation mark, it's showing more excitement. Rule number 8. Use commas to separate items in a series of 3 or more things. For example, if you said I bought coffee and tea, you do not need comma because this is just 2 different things. But if we have unless 3 or more 3 things, we use commas. I bought coffee, comma, tea, comma, and milk. Some people don't like to use this comma here, the comma right before the conjunction and the list. This is called Oxford comma. There are people who like to use it and other people don't like to use it. Jay has been to India, Pakistan, and China. So we use commas in a series of 3 or more things to separate the items. Rule number 9. Use a comma to separate independent clauses or complete thoughts when they are joined by the following conjunctions: for, and, nor, but, or, yet, so. A way to remember the conjunctions is fanboys. For example, I want to go tonight, but I need to study. This is incorrect. I want to go out tonight is a complete sentence. It is an independent clause. It works by itself. And I need to study is also independent clause. So when we join 2 independent clauses together with a conjunction like but, we have to add a comma before it. So I want to go out tonight, comma, but I need to study. He is a doctor and she is a lawyer. Again, these are 2 different independent clauses joined by a conjunction, so we have to add a comma before the conjunction. He is a doctor, comma, and she is a lawyer. Rule number 10. Use a semicolon between closely related independent clauses. For example, I love coffee, you love tea. We can combine this with a semicolon. We could also separate this into 2 different sentences or add a comma and a conjunction. For example, I love coffee, comma, and you love tea. Or I love coffee, but you love tea. And you could also separate it into two different sentences. I love coffee, period, and starting next sentence with capital letter. The next example, Karen is a teacher, semicolon, Susie is a nurse. Luigi doesn't like seafood, semicolon, he prefers pasta. You can see that in all of these examples, they are closely related. Most of the independent clauses are closely related, so we can connect them with a semicolon. Rule 11. Use a colon to introduce a list of items. For example, they serve many types of food. Colon, Chinese, Indian, and American. So here we have an independent clause right here. They serve many types of food. And to join this independent clause with this list here, we can add a colon. There are three things every child needs, colon, education, food, and family. The colon is connecting this list here with an independent clause. Rule number 12. Use a hyphen to join two or more words that serve as a single adjective before a noun. For example, well-known author, kind-hearted woman, brand new television, chocolate-covered peanuts. So, we're trying to make an adjective combining these two words, and this here is a noun. So for example, brand new, we need both of these words. We need to combine them both to make an adjective. Same with chocolate covered, these are combined or make an adjective with two words. We're going to add a hyphen to join these words before a noun. And rule 13, use a hyphen with compound numbers. You should hyphenate compound numbers between 21 and 99. For example, 21, 83, 99. Of course, you would not hyphenate 20 because it's just a word all by itself. But if you want to say 23, then you hyphenate it because it's a compound number. In a sentence example, I have a 99 problems. She is 32 years old. Okay, so now I have 8 different sentences. We're going to practice correcting the sentences following the basic punctuation rules that I just taught you. So I'm going to read through these 8 sentences and I want you to write down how we can correct them because all of them are incorrect. Number 1, my birthday isn't in December. Number 2, Patty loves cats, Sean loves dogs. Number 3, I went to the supermarket and bought cheese and eggs and ham. Number 4, Luke is 27 years old. Number 5, I want to go to the beach, but I think it's going to rain soon. Number 6, are you hungry? Or are you angry? I'm sorry. Number 7, we bought 2 new cars. And number 8, you're a great guy. So let's go through these and correct them together. In the first sentence, we have 2 errors. First of all, we have to capitalize M because it's the beginning of a sentence. So this should be a capital M. My birthday is in December, and we have to capitalize D because December is a proper noun. It's a name of a month. We have to capitalize months. Number 2, we have 2 different options. Patty loves cats, Sean loves dogs. This right here is a comma splice. A comma is not strong enough to connect 2 independent clauses. So we can either make this into a semicolon or we can add a period and make it 2 different separate sentences. Number 3, I went to the supermarket and bought cheese, comma, eggs, comma, and ham. Because we have list of 3 and or more things, we need to separate list individual items using commas. Number 4, Luke is 27 years old. Here we're going to add a hyphen between 20 and 7 because it's a compound number. Number 5, I want to go to the beach, but I think it's going to rain soon. Well, here we have an independent clause, and I think it's going to rain soon. And both of these are connected by a conjunction, but the conjunction is not strong enough to combine two independent clauses. We need to add a comma before it. So I want to go to the beach, comma, but I think it's going to rain soon. Number 6, are you angry? This is a question, so we cannot end this with a period. It's a question. Are you angry? And question mark. If the answer was I am angry, we would end it with a period, but this is a question. Number 7, we bought 2 new cars. In this case, we have used the apostrophe to make it plural. And remember, we don't do that. We would write cars without the apostrophe to make it plural. And the last one, you are a great guy. Here, this is a contraction for you are a great guy. So we have to add an apostrophe here between you and re to make the contraction for you are. Now let's take a look at the exercises according to the theme. You can pause the video and go straight to the exercises.